say, yes, so we get down land and land talking. Mr. Project don't come. Check. You don't go agree, you don't go agree. Step for your house, so yeah. We get it, we get it, you don't go agree, you don't go agree. Step for your house. Shall we pray? Almighty Father, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we bless you for your grace today. We thank you for our governor, Governor Wike, and we thank you for bringing him to the land of Oyibo. We thank you for this, our special occasion, the commissioning of our River State Cassava processing plant. Lord, we pray that you bless the governor. Father, bless the land of Oyibo. Father, bless this cassava processing plant. Lord, may it be an avenue for increase in our internally generated revenue in Jesus' name. Lord, may it be an opportunity to feed the people of Nigeria and the people of River State. Lord, may it be a source of blessing to us all. Give our governor wisdom. Give him health. Bless this nation, Nigeria. Give us peace, that the people may bless your name, and that we all may continually glorify you. We pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you.
Your Excellency, Esomezewa Wike, CON, GSSRS, Power of Sports Africa, Governor of River State, Alhaji Muhammad Sabo Nanono, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, Central Bank of Nigeria Governor, Your Excellency Sir Celestino Mejia, GSSRS, former Governor of River State, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, Chairman, PDP, River State, Your Majesty, King Dr. Danderson Douglas Jaja, JK V, Chairman, River State Council of Traditional Rulers, and Amainabo for Pobo, and Your Royal Majesties and Royal Highnesses here present, Mr. Tony Atta, Managing Director, Chief Executive, NLNG, Mr. Sage Okumbo, Country Chair of Shell Companies of Nigeria, and other captains of industry here present, distinguished senator and members of the National Assembly here present, members of the River State House of Assembly here present, members of the State Executive Council, elder statesmen, special advisors, captains of industry, local government chairmen here present, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commissioning of the River State Cassava Processing Plant built by His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON, Governor of River State, and to be commissioned by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alhaji Muhammad Sabo Nanono. Your Excellency, with your permission, may I at this point invite to give the welcome address the Chairman, Oyibo Local Government Area, Honorable Gerald Ofoji.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, POS Africa, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, the Governor, Central Bank of Nigeria, Your Excellency, permit me to rest on already robustly established protocol. Your Excellency, on behalf of good people of Oyibo local government, I sincerely welcome you to this special occasion of commissioning of River State Cassava Processing Plant. Your Excellency, for me, this is what I describe as a monumental piece of architectural excellence. Your Excellency, my people have asked me to tell you thank you for bringing the hub of employment to Oyibo local government. Your Excellency, thank you and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to thrill us with some dance steps of the Oyibo people, may I invite Ofamba Watam, group of Obeten Doki. Representative on conflict in sub-Saharan Africa. You're welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we appreciate the Dibungu Women Group. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, may I invite to give the Agriculture, River State, Honorable Dr. Fred Bako.
Your Excellency, Ezebo Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of River State, Power of Sports Africa, Pride of River State, Governor of River State. I also want to recognize the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alhaji Muhammad Sabo Nanono. I also want to recognize the Governor of Central Bank, His Excellency Godwin Emefiele. I wish to stand on all already established protocols. A journey of 1,000 miles always begins with a first step. And no matter how long a journey is, there is always an end. This journey, which we counted for 1,000 miles, began as far back as 2010, when the River State government, the Dutch embassy facilitated SPDC, and the Dutch Agricultural Development and Trading Company, DATCO Netherlands, firmed up and facilitated to develop a cassava processing mechanism using a unique processing mechanism. The idea was to grow cassava and make it available and turning it from the normal cassava that we are aware of into the one that will be used, that will be of high quality and used throughout the whole of the state. When they firmed up this agreement on the 28th of October 2010, it was virtually abandoned and everything was left moribund. But with the coming in of the performing governor, who has done very well in every sphere of governance, he has done well in infrastructure, he has done well in health, and in education, and also in agriculture. He focused on what to do and how to make it grow and to make it go further. He invoked the biblical injunction of being fruitful, multiplying, subduing the environment, possessing the earth, and taking care of it. And that he did by investing massively into the agricultural development of building this company. If you see and you look directly by my left, you will see that there is a plant which is called the Afam Power Plant. And this plant is sited right by the Afam plant because of the energy, the electrical energy that it radiates. We are getting in energy from the Afam plant. It is an environmental friendly energy that will be used to power this plant. And the plant you see here has the capacity to take in 45,000 metric tons of raw cassava and convert it into 12,500 metric tons of cassava flour of high quality. Right immediately on my right, you will see some ampoules. They are called the ampoules. So the essence is that the governor of the state, through his hands, has put in resources to make this become a reality. And it will virtually take the people. We are going to the farms. Everybody will be involved. There will be food security, and there will be massive agricultural development in the state. Just for this plant alone, people will grow cassava in the 23 LGAs of the state. And when you grow cassava in 23 LGAs of the state, it will be very useful. It is my honor and singular privilege, lavishly bestowed on me through the hands of the governor, who is used as a veritable channel, to welcome you to this epoch-making occasion. You are all welcome, sirs.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I crave your indulgence to please watch a 5-minute documentary on the River State Cassava Processing Plant.
Rivers people were convinced that they cannot have given their mandate to any other person other than Governor Nyesom Wike. This is because they believe in his capacity to deliver to them democratic dividends. Aware of their expectation and keeping to the social contract, it was incumbent on him to revamp an agricultural-driven economy. More assuredly, this sector can engage more grassroots dwellers and change the unemployment narrative. One promising facility to use to regain the economy of Rivers Cassava Processing Company. The immediate past administration in the state started this initiative, but failed to fully establish the company that is located at Afam Town in Oyibo local government area. In 2012, the project was abandoned. The Wike administration adopted the project. Policies were crafted. There was proactive engagement with the board members and management staff of the processing plant. In fact, Governor Wike committed more funds to completing the processes that will eventually make the plant operational. He supervised all the stages of activities. There were intermittent inspection tours to the facilities. All those efforts were synergized to ensuring that agreed objectives were adhered to.
Well, first of all, we're quite glad that we've gotten to this point. This jet has been here for over 2012. That's when the project was started, and I thought that it was a project that would take like 4 years to finish. Unfortunately, when we came on board, they are not working because there are no funds. And so we decided to make sure that all funds are released for them to be able to complete this project, which is very key.
More instructively, the plant operates a unique split processing technology that uses a mobile factory to process the raw cassava from the field into cassava cake. The operational business model adopted by the company is unique. The factory, in a way, goes to the farm gate where the farmers are, rather than expecting them to bring their cassava tuber to the factory gate to sell them off. What these measures afford to the farmers is a reduction in the cost of transportation of their cassava produce to the factory. This also reduces post-harvest crop losses that is usually a perennial experience for the farmers. The semi-processed cassava is then transported from all those farms gates across the local government areas where cassava is grown by the company. From there, the cassava tubers are taken to the central processing plant at Afam Town. That is where the cassava cake is dried into a high-quality cassava flour. This is done after it has been exposed to hot air at 170 degrees generated by electrically powered heater elements.
The cassava drops into the mill and is taken up to the sieve, which you can see from this.
No doubt, this manufacturing process requires a lot of energy to achieve the desired best quality. So, the cassava flour is produced through such energy-efficient and environmentally friendly manner. However, no fossil fuel is required and the end product becomes a 92% starch content. The shelf life of the packaged product is 1 year, with the product as suitable for baking of bread and other confectionaries. By all means, it is also a vital ingredient for many fast-moving consumer goods such as Maggi cubes, pasta, and even toothpaste and mosquito coils. On the transmission route, the cassava plant is fed with 6 megawatts potential power at 33 kilovolt, which is generated from 170 megawatt power plant that is next door to the company. This passes via a dedicated 1 kilometer transmission line into its switchgear. From there, it is stepped down to 415 volts by 3 2 MVA transformers and becomes suitable for use by the cassava processing facility. This new phase of agricultural innovation is determined to promote industrial development of the state. With a robust and high-quality power infrastructure, the process structured to enjoy a seamless operation. Therefore, more production-based companies in the state that suffer inadequate supply of electricity can benefit from the enormous power that is generated by the pilot power supply source. The investment made by Rivers State government is justified as the equipment and plant installation processes are complete and powered.
So Rivers State government took upon itself to make sure that since we're trying to diversify, that the need to make sure that this project is completed. We put all the funds for Kumasu, and today we give God the glory that we have achieved it.
In the 23 LGAs, I appeal to the local government chairman and farmers in the 23 LGAs of the state to go into cassava farming. When they get these terms of the 419 cassava plants and they plant in their LGAs, the plants will virtually grow within 3-4 months, and these species will be everywhere. If we employ a lot of people, there will be food security.
There are physical stocks of finished products which are displayed as samples ready to enter the market. This is commendable feat. It should be noted that the cassava processing plant in Afam Town has been established to serve as the most important link in the cassava value chain, and it will truly ignite socio-economic multiplier effect. Frankly, the Rivers State Cassava Processing Company at Afam Town has become one of the signature projects of the Wike administration. It will continue to be driven on a commitment of expanding the boundless opportunities that will create more jobs for Rivers people.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, may I invite to give the project description the Managing Director of Rivers State Cassava Processing Plant, Ruben J. Giersen.
Your Excellency, Executive Governor of River State, Chief Barrister Nation Wike, Your Excellency, Sir Celeste Omeya, former Governor of River State, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development, Elijah Sambo, Your Excellency, the Governor of the Central Bank, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, Country Chair of Shell Companies in Nigeria, Royal Fathers, Captains of Industry, friends and colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for gracing today's occasion with your esteemed presence. Many of us thought that today's occasion and celebration will never come. But here we are. Thanks to His Excellency's resolve, we have a cassava processing plant running exclusively on electrical power generated by the power station next door. The establishing of the cassava company is all about providing an industrial outlet for good cassava farmers of River State to sell their crops, transforming the practice of subsistence farming into entrepreneurial agriculture. The plant receives power at 33,000 volt through a 1 kilometer dedicated transmission line connecting to a 40 MVA 132/33 kV transformer of the power station next door. The end product is a 92% starch content flour with a 200 micron particle size that has many uses, mainly for the blending of wheat flour resulting into composite baking flour for bread and confectionery. There are also other uses, such as forming a vital ingredient for the production of magic cubes, toothpaste, and mosquito coils. Opportunity for expansion through starch refining, glucose and maltose production are there. The project will economically engage the people of the region in two ways: direct and indirect employment of approximately 150 people. The second way is 3,000 farmers who will be able to sell their crops to the factory per annum, which in turn has a multiplier effect of 5, taking the project's economic engagement to about 15,000 people. The project is pioneering participant in the electricity market in River State on the Transmission Company of Nigeria's eligible customer platform, with the objective of connecting substantial power to consumers directly to Gencos, as willing buyers to willing sellers. In this way, His Excellency is not just promoting agricultural development, but has ensured that it becomes a poster child for constructive industrialization. River State is blessed with well over 1 gigawatt of power generating capacity. And as such, the opportunities for industrialization are enormous, and that has been well recognized by His Excellency's administration. Having set the pace, Your Excellency, we can only thank you for the trust and confidence you have had in the essence of the project and our ability to deliver it. We thank you for your vision to make River State economy more diversified, delivering this poster child multifaceted project to the good people of River State. You have invested enormously and courageously, and I thank you for that. I would also like to express our profound gratitude to the private sector promoter of this project, namely Shell. You have been there for the project intermittently and assisted us behind the scenes to make things work. I would also like to take the opportunity to recognize some very critical stakeholders here present. Mr. Tony Atta, the Managing Director of LLNG. He has a very long history with this project. He's one of the founding fathers of this project. I would like to thank Mr. Osage Okumbo, the Managing Director of Shell. I would also like to thank Mr. Igueli, who has also assisted to make sure we keep on going. I would like to thank Mr. Koladishna, the Group Managing Director of Sahara Power Group, for being there for us when we needed most to get the critical power step down from 132 to 33,000 volts. I would like to thank the Transmission Company of Nigeria, who, especially the sub-regional technical team, but also the market operator in Abuja, that has allowed us to make sure that this becomes a pioneering project for River State as an example to the nation. I would like to thank our bankers, Stanbic IBTC and Union Bank. I would like to thank our technical partner, Mr. Peter Boltz, Mr. Adriano Sclava. I would like to thank our management and staff who have stood by us all along throughout the years in this project. I would like to thank former Dutch Ambassador Bert Ronhaar, who kick-started together the conceptualization with Mr. Tony Atta. Your Excellency, I'm grateful. We are grateful. The people of the region should be grateful to you. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his remarks, may I invite the Chairman Board of River State Cassava Processing Plant, Honorable Glory Chukwu.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, Your Excellency, the Minister of Agriculture, Your Excellency, the Governor of CBN, and other dignitaries from NLNG and SPDC that are present here with us, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, let me also stand on the existing protocols. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Rivers Cassava Processing Company
Limited, AFAM. I heartily welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Honorable Ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, captains of industry, and a host of distinguished dignitaries, members of press, to the commissioning of the high-quality cassava flour processing factory in Nigeria. Firstly, I would like to place on record the exemplary commitment of His Excellency Governor Wike, to the prompt actualization of this cassava plant, which we are witnessing the commissioning today. As a board, we cannot thank the governor enough for this giant stride, which hopefully will hugely benefit the people of Rivers State and Nigeria indeed. We also wish to thank SPDC Limited for believing in this project and giving it a huge support, even though they claim that the sacrifices they made was done on social responsibility. Lastly, as a board, we are fully committed to a complete transfer of technology in processing of cassava to high-quality flour. Our youths are being trained currently to fully maintain and operate the plant in the very near future. Our technical partners from Netherlands are also committed in this vision of complete transfer of technology for cassava processing, championed by the Rivers State under the watch of Governor Wike. There is no doubt that the Governor Wike has started a remarkable roadmap to an organized cluster of cassava farmers in Nigeria. We call on the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Nigerian Bank for Commerce and Industry, and indeed the federal government of Nigeria to support this emerging initiative of our MISA project. Irrespective of political party affiliation, for the greater interest of our country, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the goodwill messages, may I respectfully invite the country chair of Shell Companies in Nigeria, Mr. Osage Okumbo.
Okay. This one, okay. Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Chief Barrister Wike, Maker, Honorable Minister for Agric, Alhaji Sabo Nanono, CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, Her Excellency Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Secretary to the State Government, and other dignitaries here present because of time. First of all, just to inform you that my country chairman couldn't make it because he's indisposed today, but he sends his warm greetings and, of course, conveys his support for this event. So, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I join the good people of Rivers State to commend you for your untiring efforts to advance the economic fortunes of our state, even in the face of the challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic. Your Excellency's leadership of the state, supported by a passionate executive, has made completing game-changing ideas like this a reality. The people of Rivers State are now positioned to enjoy the benefits of this facility. At this point, it is right to thank the good people of Rivers State also for the support that the Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria Limited continues to enjoy as we carry on important value-adding business operations in the state. It is this support from Your Excellency and the Rivers people that have encouraged Shell to participate in undertaking this multi-billion naira Rivers Cassava Processing Company, built in partnership with the Rivers State Government, Vieux-Maniok BV, formerly known as Dutch Agricultural Development and Trading Company BV of the Netherlands, and the Netherlands Embassy. As Your Excellency knows, cassava is not, nor is agriculture Shell's core business. Indeed, we run a globally recognized and successful business that explores for and produces energy resources, which earn very valuable revenue for Nigeria and Rivers State. You can be sure of Shell to deliver on this. An Oxford Economics recent study on the socioeconomic impact of Shell in Nigeria in 2019 revealed that shell companies in Nigeria supported an estimated $6 billion gross value added contribution to Nigeria's GDP in 2019. This is equivalent to 1.5% of the whole economy's 2019 GDP. We are all familiar with the various forms that have made cassava a valued crop in the Niger Delta and other parts of Nigeria. Indeed, cassava is one of the defining ingredients of our family lives in this region. Data shows that Nigeria is the largest cassava producer globally, accounting for about 1/5 of total production worldwide. However, though domestic economy's demand for cassava and its constituents is high, the supply has shown a gap, unable to meet huge demand. So that's why what we are doing today is really, really critical for the economy of the state and even the country. And we thank Your Excellency for making it happen. Experts have said that the local value addition to cassava via local manufacturing and processing could potentially unlock over $16 million in taxes to the government. It is in recognition of these data points and the far-reaching impact for the good people of Rivers State that Shell decided to partner with the government and other stakeholders to make this social investment, like the chairman of the board said, by establishing the Rivers Cassava Processing Company in partnership with the state government and Vioxx Manioc BV. With the Rivers Cassava Processing Company Limited, Shell hopes to support the Rivers people to earn much more revenue from the cassava value chain as the company utilizes leading technology to process and create more added value from this crop. Today, we have the Rivers Cassava Processing Company Limited that will process cassava into high-quality cassava flour via a unique split processing technology based on the operating principle of taking the factory to the farm gates rather than having the farmer bring cassava to the factory gates. Your Excellency, at Shell, we remember fondly your kind words when the SPDC leadership was at Government House in May 2020 to make donations of COVID-19 compatible PCR machines and extraction kits as well as other critical equipment to operationalize the state's COVID-19 isolation center. Your Excellency commended Shell for its timely support for the government and people of Rivers State as the pandemic raged at that time. Rivers State hosts our headquarters, and we remain committed to supporting the state government's effort at improving the lives of the people and communities of Rivers State. Several of our social investment programs bear this hallmark. We continue to rely on Your Excellency's support to provide the enabling environment for our business operations. Once again, we commend Your Excellency, the government and people of Rivers State on this memorable occasion of inaugurating the Rivers Cassava Processing Company Limited. We are keen to work with Your Excellency to ensure the sustainability of this investment so that in years to come, the people of Rivers State will continue to derive benefit from this investment. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his goodwill message, may I respectfully invite the MD CEO NLNG, Engineer Tony Atta.
Your Excellency, our own Governor, Chief Barrister Ezenwa Nyesom Wike, CON, Your Excellency, the Governor of Central Bank, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alhaji Muhammad Sabo Nanono, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Rivers State, my brother, Celestine Omeha, other excellencies here present, royal fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here today to witness this epoch and history-making event.
This has been indeed a journey, as acknowledged by the Master of Ceremony, which started about 10 years ago. And I feel so proud to have been a part of that journey. Speaking right behind the country chairman of Shell is a testament of Shell's involvement, because as a Shell staff, I actually was in the forefront of working this project with the River State. I'm so proud today to see that this project has come to fruition under his able leadership, the able leadership of our governor, who had made sure that the project was never abandoned. When we got involved with this project, we had only two things on our mind. The first and most important was looking for the answer to the Niger Delta question. And part of that answer, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we came to the conclusion as Shell at the time was simply around two things. One, unemployment and poverty. And because they feed on each other, anyone you take care of, the other will be reset. And we saw this project as one vantage solution opportunity for River State, first of all, but for Niger Delta and indeed the wider nation. We believe that this project has potential to address unemployment, and in so doing will address poverty. You heard from the managing director, almost 150 direct employment here, but we need more than 3,000 farmers to service this factory. So the back to the farm ambition by the federal government will be further enhanced by this opportunity. And as we saw in the early days, this cassava is beyond flour. You heard other things that it can do. One that was not mentioned, which was part of the original thinking, and I hope we don't leave that behind, is that this has potential to produce substitutes for sugar. And I know that we did carry out an experiment here at the Miller factory just to test the probability of being able to substitute the sugar syrup in brewing using cassava. At the time, the pioneers said if they find up to 30% success rate, they will deploy that. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my recollection that they achieved almost 40 to 45% success rate with deploying cassava into brewing of things like malt, beer, and the likes. But because we were too slow, they took that project based on the outcome of the experiment from here in Port Harcourt straight to the Eastern Africa. And I'm aware that they deployed it in production of a beer and gained almost 60% savings in cost. I think we can do a lot with cassava, and today marks the beginning of that great history, that great movement towards answering that Niger Delta question of dealing with unemployment, but most importantly, addressing poverty. Your Excellency, this is a great opportunity for you. It is an even greater opportunity for River State, but even more so for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I can't thank you enough for taking the bold steps to keep this factory alive. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful to be part of it.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite to give his goodwill message the GMD Sahara Energy, Mr. Kola Adeshina.
Your Excellencies, Governor Nyesom Wike, CON, Your Excellency, the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Alhaji Nanono, all other protocols duly observed. I want to first congratulate most especially the governor for his ability to see the future of this project and to continue it. The typical tradition has always been that when one administration ends, is always a problem for the next administration to continue from where the administration of old stopped. But Your Excellency, you were able to distinguish yourself remarkably by doing what is just and proper for the benefit of River State. May God bless you for that. With regards to this project, we want to thank God that we are here. Like the MD had said earlier, we supply power to this power plant. Without electricity, there's no future for Nigerian economy or any economy. Electricity is the basis of development or industrialization in any way or form. And I want to seize this privilege to thank the CBN governor for his magnanimity, his push, and his deliberate intention to ensure that there is light for all. He's done significantly well in pushing those of us in this value chain to a higher level of performance. I want to thank you, Governor, for that. For the citizens of River State, I want to encourage those investors here present that we please use this hub we have here as a place for industrialization projects. It would be nice if other plants, if other businesses, if other ideas can be fostered through the existence of this power plant. We're readily available to connect to you, with you, and to support you so that you can create the employment that is required and make Nigeria truly great. River State will be far better after your tenure than the way you met it. We thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his goodwill message, may I respectfully invite the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele.
Tell us. The speaker.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor, ready? Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, Honorable Ezenwan Nyesom Wike, CON, the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alhaji Sabo Nanono, Your Excellency and the former Governor of River State, Honorable Celestine Omehia, PAMSEC, Federal Minister of Agriculture, the State Secretary to the Government, members of the State Executive Council, members of the State House of Assembly, our royal fathers here present, representatives of the Shell Nigeria, the MD of the NLNG, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we give glory to God for making it possible for us to be here this morning. But again, let me say that I'm extremely delighted to participate amongst all of you here at the launch of the River State Cassava Processing Plant, which is designed to support improved production and processing of cassava into high-quality flour here in River State. We have seen the documentary that says, for now, this plant will be processing raw cassava into flour, which can be used for production of Maggi cubes, for toothpaste, for insecticides, and other things. The MD of NLNG himself has alluded to the potentials inherent in the use of cassava byproducts in different food. He talked about how it can be used as glucose for those who produce malt and drinks. Let me add that most of the manufacturing companies today that import either glucose, starch, or any of these cassava byproducts, we have held several meetings with them. And they have alluded to the potentials of how cassava can be developed into the various byproducts that is needed for the industrial development of Nigeria. For me, as the central bank, what I say from time to time when I have the opportunity of visiting projects like this is to talk about my own selfish interest. And my selfish interest here is that the likes of Nestle and other companies that normally will import even cassava flour or starch or sorbitol or glucose, any of these cassava byproducts, will now begin to procure these raw materials from Nigeria. And this clearly attests to the vision of President Muhammadu Buhari that says that at this time, when foreign exchange is scarce, at this time when resources are limited, that when we have opportunity to produce things that can be consumed locally, that we should take advantage of this and ensure that this is done. And this is primarily anchored on the vision of Mr. President that says that we should diversify the base of the Nigerian economy. So I am extremely delighted to be here, not only because it benefits us because we save foreign exchange that would have been used to import some of these cassava byproducts, but also because it helps to develop our industries. Not only that it helps to develop our industries, it also helps to provide jobs, employment for our rural farmers, where the president has always said that the masses are very important to his heart, and that we must, as a nation and as leaders, do everything to make sure that we improve the employment capacity and income generation capacity of our people in the rural community. I see this opportunity to commend the efforts made by the Rivers State government, working with Shell, Petroleum Development Corporation, the Dutch Embassy, Investment Nigeria Limited, and their technical partners in establishing this first-class integrated facility here in Rivers State. Investments such as this will no doubt help in driving economic growth, reducing unemployment, and inducing other wealth-creating activities in this state. It also helps support our own mandate at the CBN of promoting economic growth of our country. I'm particularly delighted that this project being launched today would improve livelihoods, create jobs for our people, and enhance sustainability of farming operations for over 3,000 farmers by guaranteeing the offtake of their farm produce, cassava. This guaranteed offtake would encourage participating smallholder farmers to improve their output per hectare in order to earn additional income. Let me say that the central bank, working with some of our research institutes like the IITA in Ibadan, we have developed varieties of cassava stem that can improve your yield to close to between 35 to 38 tons per hectare. And we will be collaborating and working with you in our rural communities to see how we can make available to you these high-yielding cassava stems that can help improve your yield, improve your income, and improve your lives, and also ensure that the output that comes from factories like this are maximized. It also provides them with a veritable, verifiable platform to access finance from the Central Bank of Nigeria and other financial institutions through our Anchor Borrowers program. Another key benefit of this facility is the impact it would have on improving local sourcing of inputs for households and businesses. With the ability to process over 45,000 tons of cassava, this facility will provide high-quality cassava flour for households, industries, and bakeries. Notwithstanding our position as the largest producer of cassava in the world today, Nigeria currently imports over $580 million worth of cassava byproducts annually into Nigeria. Consequently, establishing facilities such as this will help in reducing our reliance on imports of cassava byproducts, which serves as key inputs in the production of food items in several factories in Nigeria. We thank you, the Governor of Rivers State. The Central Bank of Nigeria is keen on encouraging similar projects given the headwinds that we have faced over the past years. Yes, we are ready and able, willing to support any venture that will lead in processing food, not just cassava, any food, and ensure the logistics of delivering food from farm to industries and ultimately to our markets. Whatever can be done, we will do, because we think this is important for the good of our country. As we are all aware, the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, along with the 60% decline in crude oil prices in the first half of 2020, has had significant impact on the Nigerian economy. With over 80% of our export revenues coming from sale of crude, the decline in crude prices, along with the imposition of the lockdown measures, have had significant constraints on our GDP growth. This impact led to the Nigerian economy going into recession during the third quarter of 2020. Efforts by the federal government under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari have helped in ensuring that proactive steps are taken to drive Nigeria's recovery efforts. The monetary and fiscal authorities indeed deployed several intervention programs in Nigeria's agriculture and manufacturing sectors, given the employment generating and wealth creation impact of these sectors. The emergence of the Nigerian economy from the recession during the fourth quarter of 2020 and the recent report that the economy will continue to experience positive growth during 2021 was due to significant growth in the agriculture and manufacturing sectors in Nigeria. Given the multiplier effects of these two sectors on the growth, employment, and wealth creation, it is imperative that we continue to encourage more investment in these critical sectors of our economy. Principal agencies of government at the federal and state levels should continue to work hand in hand towards diversifying our economy and creating an enabling environment for further investment by firms such as the Rivers State Cassava Processing Company. With deliberate emphasis on reducing our dependence on the oil sector, agriculture and manufacturing sectors have emerged as the key catalyst for reducing unemployment and driving growth in Nigeria. With the decline in oil foreign exchange earnings, we can no longer afford to support continued importation of items that can be produced in Nigeria. Our current situation has also made it imperative for the CBN to work towards supporting programs that will enable greater cultivation and processing of key agricultural commodities in Nigeria. So far, our development finance initiatives at the CBN have been focused on creating an enabling environment that will drive both public and private sector participation in the real sector with strategic deliverables around price stability, job creation, and financial inclusion, and creation of foreign reserve, among others. Our interventions our attention seek to improve access to credit for households and businesses which will enhance productivity and create value across a wide range of economic activities. These interventions cut across key sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, health, and infrastructure. So far, the sum of over 300 billion naira has been disbursed to various projects in the southern part of the country, covering activities in these different economic sectors. Land development has been identified as a major constraint to increase in agricultural activities in southern parts of our country due to our topography. As a result, the CBN has partnered with several state governments in the region under our Accelerated Agri Development Scheme. The sum of 7.5 billion naira has been accessed by 4 states out of the 6 states in the South-South region to open up more land for cultivation, create access roads for agricultural land, and provide infrastructure among other support activities in the region. Let me say that we will see this opportunity to please encourage our states, particularly our southern states, that there are facilities available for you to draw to involve in land clearing. At least 1.5 billion naira is available for land clearing. It may seem small, but it is something, it's a seed that we can start with. We need to see to how we can open up our states for the good of our people and also for the economic viability of our states. In Rivers State, I know long ago Eleme has been here. There are other industries in the palm oil that are here that have received our support, SIAT, Agro, SIAT, and all of them. BRC, they're all here. And now today we are adding this cassava processing plant. Yes, in Wike, you've tried, you've done your best. And we pray and wish that other state governors can also join this train. Please help to make your state economically viable so you can depend less on revenues from FAC, so that you can grow your economy. You can encourage states, you can encourage private sector who need these processed materials for their final produce. Encourage them to come to your states. By this, they create jobs in your community. By this, you can improve your internally generated revenue. And by extension, make your state economically viable and develop your state and Nigeria. These measures are helping to induce greater activity in the agricultural sector and are enabling the movement of goods from farm to factories and then to markets. As we are all aware, Rivers State is blessed with enormous potential for cassava, oil palm, and fisheries production, amongst others. As a result, several firms in Rivers State have benefited from the intervention programs of the CBN to enhance their operational capacity, create jobs, and contribute significantly to economic activities in the above-mentioned areas. Notable projects financed under our intervention include include Belém Fish Farms, Grimwell Technologies, Jokal Investment, MBK Business Consult, just to mention a few. We would like to encourage more of you in the private sector to please join the train. I am glad to note that the Rivers State government is working closely with us at the CBN through our Anchors Borrower program. And we will work with you to ensure that we develop the land and then produce cassava that is needed not only by this facility, but even other facilities. I'm aware Bayelsa has also one of the biggest cassava processing plants. Different other states, private sector, are in different states in the southern belt of the country. Indeed, even in the northern states of the country, in Kebbi, we also have processing plants growing. This is the way to develop our country. This program is designed to support smallholder farmers by providing them with the requested training, tools and funds at single-digit interest rates, which will enable improved cultivation of key agricultural items such as rice, maize, cotton, and wheat. The program also provides a ready market for farmers by linking them with credible off-takers. So far, Rivers State has accessed close to about 13 billion from our various intervention programs, and their loan status is excellent. Unyesom is paying his loan well. The CBN remains committed to working with the state government in supporting smallholder farmers and processors across other commodities such as cassava, oil palm, and fisheries. In the case of Rivers Processing Company, the Anchor Borers program can be leveraged upon to support improved supply of cassava for this facility. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, let me assure everyone here today that the CBN stands ready to continue to collaborate not just with Rivers State, but also all states of the country in supporting the development of viable agricultural and manufacturing sector in our country. This readiness is directly in line with our vision to create a professional and people-centered central bank that will act as financial catalyst for job creation and inclusive economic growth in our country. I thank you all for being here today and giving us the opportunity to make this speech. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give his speech, may I respectfully invite the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwo Wike, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, Power of Sports, Africa.
Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Water, Resources and Rural Development, Alhaji Muhammad Sabo Nanono, a very good friend of Rivers State. Your Excellency, the former governor of Rivers State, Chief Ngozi Celestine Omeya, our special guest, our brother, the governor of Central Bank, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, and members of his team, the CEO and managing director of our own LNG, Engineer Tony Atta, who, of course, have broken the genes to say that Rivers State is safe, to say that Niger Delta is safe, by bringing the headquarters of LNG to Port Harcourt. The acting public secretary of Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, and the entourage that came with the Honorable Minister, the former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, distinguished senators and members of the House of Representatives that are here, the former ministers that are here, chairman of our great party, the People's Democratic Party, in Rivers State, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, members of the State Executive Council, traditional rulers, leaders of Rivers State, our beautiful women, our school children, our elders, gentlemen of the press, the Group Managing Director of Sahara Energy, our dear friend Kola, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, on behalf of the government and people of Rivers State, most sincerely thank the Honorable Minister for Water Resources and Rural Development, the Governor of Central Bank, the Managing Director and CEO of LNG, and all of those that came to witness today the commissioning of the River State Cassava Processing Plant. Let me also please commend and thank the Managing Director of the Country Chair of Shell Development Nigeria Limited, who is represented by our own brother, Igo Wike. Let me say clearly that when we came on board in 2015, we believe that yes, it's important that to cushion the problems of unemployment in order to diversify our economy from the over-dependence of oil, that the way to go is agriculture. You find out that when we came on board, the Central Bank gave us loan, and we thought that we could call our people who are into rural farming to see how we can give them money to go back to farm, to see how we can give them money to go and trade, to see how we can give them money to go and fish. As I speak to you, we couldn't get 1% of effective utilization of those funds. In fact, we gave out not less than 5 billion naira. As I speak to you, I've not seen our people come back to me. The money you've given to me, see what we have utilized it to do. And so when people complain, you don't want to give grants to your people to go to farming. You don't want to give grants to your people to go to trading. And I laugh. If I put that 5 billion naira into this today, it would have been a different story. But then, every time you learn, there's no date you can say it is too late to learn. And so we have learned our lessons, and we have said, look, the best we can do is to see how we can complete this factory that will yield employment for our youths, that will create opportunities for our local farmers. Just like the project manager or the managing director has said, over 3,000 farmers will be supplying their cassava to this factory. It will employ direct employment of not less than 150 people. And then, of course, you can see the chain, the multiple chain of 3,000 farmers, what will happen. And so for us to encourage our people, the other day I went to one of my friends. I went to his farm, over 56 hectares of land, and he's trying to cultivate cassava. And I was quite impressed. And I told him the government, when we identify and verify those genuinely and will be registered as cassava producers too in this company, government will give them seed money to continue farming for cassava so that there will be no problem of cassava supply in this factory. So all of you who are here, who are only depending on revenue from council, sticker from motor. No, you see, you like money that you will get injury. Now, I want to tell you, we have a lot of vast land, nothing is happening to it. Apply to us that you want to farm 1 hectare for only cassava. Government will give you seed money to go into cassava planting. But it will not be like the former one, where you took our money and ran away. We are not saying they are going to pay us any profit. No. No. We don't want to be laboring on that, but we'll give you money to start to plant cassava, grow cassava, so that this factory will not lack. So you have something for yourself. This overdependence on chairman of council will not help us. You must have something to do. And the opportunity is here. The central bank governor has said that, look, they have not less than 1.5 billion to prepare the farm, the ground, center before you leave, the application will reach you. It will reach you. So But let me congratulate him. You know, it's our brother from the Niger Delta. So I spoke to him. I said, what have we done to you? You don't want to help us. He said, what? I said, I applied for loan. He said, you have not seen it. I said, it's there. He said, I should hold on. He called the managing director of a bank. He told them, why have you not given the River State government some loan? The next day, they credited our account. So please, as you go today, credit the next one tomorrow. You can be assured that we will utilize it. We'll call you back for you to see what we have done with the money. That's why I insisted that you must come here today and see what we have done. I commend Shell for that. You know, Shell is one of the companies I hardly commend. Not only Shell, one of these IOCs, I hardly commend them. But sometimes when they do good, say they have done good. For this particular one, I commend them. Even though they reduce their involvement. They reduce their involvement. Here is only 1% now, which is like nothing. But half bed is better than none. I commend them for still having that courage to still partner with us in this particular project. And also commend our Dutch partners. It has been very, very wonderful. And let me say, to give them more confidence, I've told the Executive Council that this will not be as the normal using of government, because we have over 80% of this. So government would divest its interest to allow public, to allow private individuals to come in, so we can have the best of this. So government will make sure that we will not own more than 10% of this, so that the company can run very well. You know, everything that government owns, the chunk of the majority shares, you know how it will go. Because you will appoint the board, and the board will see itself as our own turn. They will not look at for themselves that it is to create employment and to make revenue. So, but if you have where it is driven by private individuals, what government will take at the end of the day is the revenue that comes from it, the taxes that government will make from them, and of course the employment that it will generate. So I want to tell our people that this will not be one of those companies that it is owned by the River State government, and then when they appoint the board, in the next 6 months, 1 year, you will not talk about this cassava processing plant again. Look at today, we have 10–15% in Dorama. Because it's not owned by government, the dividend that we make there every year is not less than 6 billion naira every year as dividend that comes to River State government. But if it was owned by River State government, obviously you know that petrochemical would have been down. And so I want everybody to come by the time we are trying to go public for you to invest. It's a good area for businessmen and private investors to come up and buy the shares of this great company. I'm also very happy that this company is situated here. The group managing director of Sahara has said that this place can be, turned to an industrial park. They have electricity. They can give to you any day, any time. What an industrial park needs every day is the energy. So, to the people of Oyibo, the people of Thai, you have a great opportunity. I commend you for not giving this company a problem. If you are giving this company a problem, today would have been a reality. So I commend the people of Oyibo and your neighboring local government Thai for making sure that you give support to this company. And that's what it's supposed to be. Our own agriculture is not on the pages of newspaper. Our own agriculture is seen as believing. And the governor of Central Bank has come. It's not a pyramid of this. It's not where water will carry the seeds away, but this one is practical. You can even see the demonstration farm at the back of the building. So I'm happy that even though they did not totally commit, I thought today we were saying that we should go through one of the banks to give us loan of 20 billion naira to continue with this. And like I said, I challenge anybody, any loan we have taken, the payment to be done by March, April next year. We will not owe a dime to any bank. We will not owe a dime to any bank before we leave. So nobody comes to say, oh, as they came, they are owning banks, so billions of naira. No, catch me out. Even though I came, I inherited debt, I will go, not leaving any debt behind. And that is what it's supposed to be. So anybody will come and start on a clean sheet. That's what governance is supposed to be. So I thank each and every one of you. But before the minister will come and speak to us and commission, let me plead, because of COVID-19, that the space will not take everybody to that factory. And so we need to discipline ourselves, and only those that we called, please are allowed to go with the Honorable Minister to inspect after commissioning, to inspect the factory and perform one other two functions. So some of you must have watched it. That's enough for you. That's enough. Let me please plead. There's nothing like discipline. And we also restrict security men. Nobody's cleaning anybody here. I don't want more than my ADC. All your security people stay back here. Only the media, because today is their day. I don't want police carrying gun, everybody. I mean, no, stay here. Stay here and wait those who want to come and kill us. So stay here. I don't want you to say, I'm ADC to this. No, please, I don't want that. Stay here and wait for our enemies coming from the gate. Please. All the big men of Oyibo, stay back. Atai, stay back. Those who accompany us are past governors who are here, senators, former deputy speakers, former ministers, former House of Reps members, federal ministers and esteemed, central bank governors esteemed, secretary to state government, chief of staff, honorable commissioner of agriculture, country chair, and managing director, Shell, chief executive of LNG, group managing director of Sahara Energy, managing director, Senator Electric, PDP chairman, Rivers Cassava board chairman and company secretary, and local government chairman of Oyibo and Tai. Please, all other members of State Executive Council, stay back, because it is not enough to take everybody. But if you want embarrassment, come. If you want embarrassment, come. If you are a PA to a senator, please do the PA when it comes out. I'm saying it now because we don't like to respect ourselves. Look at the crowd. There's no way we can enter that place. It's not possible. So that we can also follow the COVID-19 protocol. When we leave, those of you who are farmers, you can come and see where you supply cassava. So on this note, let me invite the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development to please speak to us and consequently commission.
The Executive Governor of Rivers State, a very amiable personality, a very robust and direct person, and I think a man of wisdom. I just met him for not more than 30 minutes, but I have seen the quality of leadership in him. I have seen somebody that is straightforward and direct to the point, and somebody that minds even of the details. You can see what is happening around this place. So I obey you, and I believe you are leading your state to the right way. The governor of the Central Bank, the former governor of Rivers State, members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here in Rivers State, and indeed the beautiful city of Apan to be part of epoch-making event leading to commissioning of the quality cassava plant in Apan. During my first official visit, shortly after I resumed office as Foreign Minister, I visited Rivers State and had deep-rooted discussion with the potential of Rivers State to contribute to the food security of this nation. Governor Nelson Wike, the cassava processing plant we are witnessing it is commissioning today is a direct response to overcome food security challenge in this country, and is actually a handwork of this your dynamic governor. The quality of cassava flour plant is an initiative of Rivers State government to create appropriate business environment for bakery, confectionery industries, not only in Rivers State, but also in the entire country. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has been engaged in the confectioneries and the bakery industries on the need to embrace import substitution of wheat flour through 10% inclusion of high-quality cassava flour. It is a policy that has been put in place to conserve our foreign exchange earning to meet other needs. Nigeria spends every of $2 billion annually in import of wheat flour and its derivatives. It is part of the national policy to cut the importation by 60% by the year 2025 through import substitution of high-quality cassava flour. 10% of cassava inclusion policy is expected to increase consequential demand for cassava being processed into HQCP with multiplier effect of reducing import of wheat by 10% across the board. This will save the country a substantial amount of foreign exchange that would otherwise be used to import additional wheat flour. The Rivers State government is among the top 5 cassava producing states. It is therefore of necessity and thoughtful on the part of the government that cares for its farmers to embark on projects of this nature that will enhance value addition and guarantee employment to the people of the state. This factory, when it is fully operational, will be fed with output from over 3,000 farmers with the farming communities as well as other farmers far and wide from neighboring communities. I am so happy to learn that the factory will also cultivate thousands of hectares of cassava to ensure uninterrupted supplies of raw materials. In all these arrangements, massive jobs will be created and over 20,000 farm families will earn income for enhanced livelihood and improved standard of living. I commend the bold step taken, the perseverance or the determination of the Rivers State government to make this completion of this factory a reality and timely. On behalf of over 15,000 registered cassava farmers in this state, and indeed in other cassava farming within the neighboring state, I want to thank His Excellency and his team for this laudable project. I am indeed excited that this project will look forward for this venture to successful as a proof to the cynics that investment in agricultural value chain is indeed profitable. I congratulate the Rivers State government for being pace-setter in this collective effort to make agriculture work in Nigeria, and I want to assure you of continuous support of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to your state. May I also wish to announce I will support these cassava farmers with high quality 10,000 stems of cassava cuttings from the National Root Crop Research Institute at Omoduke. And I think it will be delivered as soon as possible, Mr. Governor. With these few remarks, Your Excellency, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to step in and commission a laudable cassava factory plant to the glory of God. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Yes, sir. Ese barista onye kacha amụwa. Ezugo 9 of Omo. I hail you, Your Royal Highness. Yes, show yourself, Your Royal Majesty.
You're watching our live coverage of the commissioning of the River State Cassava Flour Processing Plant taking place in Afam in Oyigbo local government area of River State. We've had comments and remarks from all of the invited guests as well as the governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, who talked about the opportunity this will create for the people of the state, especially the indigent of the area, challenging every one of them as much as possible to venture into agriculture, especially the production of cassava, and the government has guaranteed some kind of seed fund to everyone interested who genuinely wants to go into cassava processing, cassava production in the state. The Honorable Minister of Agriculture also commended the governor and has made promises on behalf of the federal government to support every farmer who ventures into all of this in terms of agriculture production. From the records we have, we hear about 3,000 farmers will be supplying cassava to this factory. That simply means that for those 3,000 farmers, they wouldn't be looking for markets or where they will sell their cassava. They simply will just sell it to this cassava processing plant, which is creating jobs for the people in the rural area. The factory itself is expected to employ about 150 people directly. And the CBN governor has also commended the River State government and the River State governor for all of this. He talked about the fact that this is also in line with diversifying the base of the country's economy, and with what is going on here and exports in the future, foreign exchange will be gotten by the state as well as the country. So if you just tuned in, you're watching the commissioning of the River State Cassava Processing Company. What you're seeing is a tour of the facility, taking the dignitaries, the Honorable Minister, the CBN Governor, as well as other dignitaries across the facility to see how it operates from one end to the other. Oh, this is Channels Television. You've been watching our live coverage of the commissioning of the River State Cassava Processing Company Limited in Afam, Oyigbo local government area of River State. We now return to Lagos to continue with regular broadcasts. And up next, at the top of the hour, is News Track. Please stay with us.